Welcome back. This is the disclosure information for Mrs. Robertson's Math 8 and combined Math 8 honors class. I'm hoping the presentation will help you understand the design of my learning environment. And when we finish, if you could fill out the Google form at the end that lets me know you understand or at least reviewed my policies and procedures. So first off, just what we'll need in class, the Chromebooks. And the Chromebooks will have an online calculator accessible, but so that kids don't have to click back and forth, it's nice to have a calculator. The ones I like, if you want to buy it, is the TI-30. It has a fraction button, exponent button, parentheses, raised to the power of, and we will be using all of those. I also have calculators in class. That is an option too. So that's why it's a nice to have item. We'll need a 1-inch binder for our notes. We'll need a math notebook to write down openers and assignments, a colored pen to correct mistakes on tests, and then pencils for daily work. When you see grades in the grade book, you'll see 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. And the descriptions are here, and you can stop the video if you want to look at them a little more in detail, but 4 is mastery. And I think of students who have mastery that they show no mistakes. They're able to understand errors they made, and explain them. If they did make an error, they can actually maybe even teach the subject. Proficient, there are some mistakes, but they're minor and they still really understand what they're doing. 2 is emerging, meaning they have part of the concept down, but they haven't quite mastered it. And so we're going to need to do some more instruction. Beginning, there's going to be a higher level of instruction needed to get them more on target. If we see 0s, please don't think that means you can't do it. It just means there's no evidence, nothing's been done. So we're not really sure where the student is at that. So when we determine a grade, 80% of that comes from the test questions that are represented by representative of our learning target goals. So after a test, we will correct the test. Students then learn from their mistakes, and then if they have not reached proficiency, they will need to retake their tests. Retakes can be taken during Titan time, before or after school. The other 20% of the grade is going to come from the completion of notes and completion of introductory and practice assignments. Grade scales over there. If you have a combination of 3s and 4s on your learning target, that's going to put you in the 85 to 100 range and your A. Your B will be more 3s, some 4s, and maybe some 2s. Remember, you can always retake to get up. You have to retake to get to the 3s. But if that isn't happening, that's where we're going to be in the C and D grade scale range. Okay. Now, the homework, that 20% that leads to the practice that gives us the good test scores, is we do the math topics introduced through maybe a discovery investigation, and then the students will watch an instructional video. Most of this will be at home. They have guided notes to help them through the videos where they have examples, and then they have practice that they try on their own. Then they come back to class, turn in the notes, and then in class, we will do practice questions that are like would be homework questions before, but then students can ask for help on the practice. The notes and the tests and the assignments are leveled. There is the orange level is kind of the basic. You need to know this. And then we build up to the blue level, and it's a little more advanced computation. We have story problems. We're thinking through a situation. And then the purple level is what the honors have signed up for, and that's an extended application. So we're going to take what we've learned, we've put it into a situation, but now we're going to put it into a new situation that the purple honor students are the creative solvers, and they're coming up with kind of their own solutions in that section. All right, and just general procedures for class. Communication will be done through announcements on Canvas. I'll let you know when tests are coming up, and parents and students can contact me on my email or school phone, or we can set up a Google Meet if you want to do that, or a meeting that's live in the classroom. Beginning of class, just expect that we're getting things ready, we're completing bell work, And the group leader is checking off if notes have been completed and is recording if there's any questions about them that we need to address. During class, the students are engaged, they're problem solving, they're following directions, helping each other with their thoughts and ideas, and kind of expanding the different ways to learn. Phones and electronic devices should be stored away unless we are given permission and it's part of our learning for the day. Leaving the classroom, I just ask that students kind of give me a heads up discreetly and then write their name on the board so I know who is gone in case something comes up that's an emergency or they're called out of class. And then when they come back, they erase their name. And then we know that they're back. Makeup work or absences. We will have all our work on Canvas and you can access that while you're gone, or we can get the work ahead of time if you want to get your work done before you leave. And then we can always catch up on it when you come back or if you were sick or something. And again, Canvas will be the place that we use to reference that. As far as rules, we're following our Tighten values. And we'll talk about that a lot in Tighten Time, the respectful, responsible, supportive, safe behaviors. And if we're not following those in class, you get a verbal warning that I've noticed and it's been disruptive. That doesn't work, a private discussion in the hall and maybe looking at some strategies to change behavior. That doesn't work, we'll complete a written reflection and keep that on file. And then if we need to still redirect, then we'll involve a parent guardian and record the misconduct that's been continued in the discipline tracker. And then finally, if we still haven't solved it, we have to refer it to the administration and come up with a team effort to figure out how we can change behaviors. And citizenship will be related to that behavior. And I've just got the HS and MU tardies are involved. We should start class on time and be working when the bell rings. Relates to Chromebook use and how you are contributing to the class overall. So we've reviewed some of the parts of our class, and if you could please fill out the Google form, that would be great. Let me know if you have questions or concerns. Thank you so much.